Hey, what is up guys? Tom Spark back with another video. Today I'm going to be talking about PureVPN. And now you might be thinking, oh, you just did a PureVPN review a couple days ago. That's true. I did find that while the VPN claims to have a lot of good policies and no logging, good speeds and all that jazz on paper, ultimately the application is pretty buggy. A lot of the features don't really work and a lot of the protocols they're using are kind of unsecure. So I found an article recently about this guy writing about PureVPN and how he did some research into how the application performs and various vulnerabilities the application has. Now, I thought this is really important for anyone out there considering using PureVPN, or anyone out there thinking about, resubscribing to PureVPN. I already made a video on some of the top 5 PureVPN screw-ups, but I think this deserves another look at PureVPN. So without further ado, let's cover why PureVPN might be able to get you hacked. So if you're not aware, PureVPN has a DDWRT router applet. Now, DDWRT is one of the best ways to secure your internet. Basically, the idea is that you use a router and you use VPN through your router to extend Wi-Fi throughout your house. Now, PureVPN's applet seems to have a couple of problems and security issues in the way it installs things. So the installer is run over plain text, and it downloads and executes things over plain text as well. Throughout this process, there's no code signing or checking or verification that happens, so it's kind of sketchy. The second thing about the PureVPN experience is the application. This guy investigated it and found out that the version of OpenVPN they use is actually built in 2015, version 2.3.8. So this means it's really outdated, and in my review I kind of noted that they're kind of processing some of these older protocols and using them in certain features of the app, which is not good. So I'm not really surprised to see that this OpenVPN they use is so old. So keep that in mind. You really always want to be using the most secure and updated protocol of OpenVPN, and PureVPN is not doing that. In my review, I noted how buggy and unresponsive the PureVPN app could be at times. It would freeze or disconnect or just not work at all when I connected to web pages. So I'm not really surprised to find out that the PureVPN app itself is actually quite dense and convoluted and let's just say it's 80 megabytes. And this is quite a big file size for an OpenVPN based app. So keep that as you may. There might be stuff in there you're not sure. What is it going to do? Why is it in there? And that actually leads to my next point. While rooting around in the PureVPN files, this guy finds 2 files called Injector32 and Injector64. Now, he didn't really know what these were, so he went ahead and investigated. Now, he found that 2 files, split.dll and split64.dll, were being injected. So this means that if you put the 2 files in the same directory as injector arch.exe, that you can actually run the injector program with a path to inject into. So you can have DLL injection. Now this is pretty specific and hard to understand from a VPN news point of view, but the TLDR is that in this case this vulnerability and the way files are injected can make it so PureVPN is used as a platform to inject malware into people's computers. This is not good at all. Now, this look at PureVPN was based on, inspecting the software and some of the apps that they have. Of course, it's going to be pretty dense and hard to understand, but if you're new to PureVPN, I would recommend not using it. Check out some of my other reviews on the channel. Those reviews can help you find a VPN that is worth your time and your money. I'm Tom Spark, logging out from this PureVPN inspection. If you want to check out this article that I found and base this video off of, go check that out in the description down below.